Hello guys and welcome back to a new Destiny 1 quick tutorial. Today I'll just show you two very quick glitches for the Strike slash Nightfall, the Abomination Heist. One of them is for 2 players or more, and the other one would be for solo players. Both of them are very useful, and as you know, this Nightfall would be in rotation for next weekly reset, which is tomorrow, Tuesday. How do I know that? How can I predict the Nightfall as well as the modifiers? As always, in these videos I posted a video where I shared the 2026 Nightfall schedule, where I accurately predict every Nightfall that will happen in 2026 with modifiers included. I'll leave it in the description, so go take a look so you can prepare for the Nightfall with enough time, right? Anywho, so yeah, I hope you find this useful, and let's take a look to the first glitch. Alright guys, welcome to the first glitch. For this glitch, what we want to do is that we want to progress to the almost end of the Strike slash Nightfall, where we have to jump the ships to get through the little crack in the wall to finally enter the final boss room. There's gonna be some enemies here, so just make sure you kill them before we start doing the glitch. As I mentioned before, this glitch needs to be done with 2 guardians at least. If you try to do it solo, it's not gonna work. Like, it's not like you're not gonna be able to glitch into the room. It's just that once you get into the room, the boss fight won't actually begin, and just will be in an empty room. So that's why we need 2 guardians. So the first POV that I'll show you will be of the guardian that has to do the jumps and glitch into the boss fight room, and then the second POV that I'll show you will be what the other guardian would be doing on the meantime, right? So let's just begin. One more tip is that I usually put my brightness all the way to the highest brightness, just so it's easier for you to see where you jump in and where do we have to land and whatnot. Other than that, it can be done with Warlock, with Titan, and with Hunter as well. There's no problem with that. Of course, the type of jump, it's different, so you might need to twist this and that, but the jumping spots would be exactly the same. Alright, so that being said, let's take a look to the jumping spots. Alright, so for these jumps, you don't need the sword. If you want to use a sword, that's totally fine. I just use it because it's easy to correct a jump that you maybe didn't take the proper way, and maybe you're not gonna land it. You just swipe, or sword fly with swipe and heavy attack, and then that way you can fix the jump, right? So that's the only reason. But if you don't have a sword, it's not necessary, so don't even stress about that one. And then, as always, when we're doing jumps, we try to have agility to the max, so just change your tree of agilities, and then you'll get the max agility. Alright, let's begin. So the first step, it's jumping into this rock. It has a weird shape, so it'll take a couple tries to land it all the way to the top. There we go. And then once we're here, we want to jump to that little lamp right there. Again, another jump that is kind of tricky to land, so it'll take you a couple tries, so don't even stress about that one either. But after we do these 2 jumps, then the rest are pretty simple. Alright, let's see. Third is a charm. Alright, here, and then here, and then okay, there we go, perfect. So this is the second jump, the lamp, and then now we want to jump up and forward. Up, forward, there we go. We're gonna land in this little ledge right here, and then from here we're gonna do the same thing, up and forward. Perfect. This is our third jump. Fourth jump, sorry. And then from here we're going to jump to that area right there, which will lead us to a hole that leads to out of the map. So let's take the jump. If you feel like you're not gonna make it, you can just swipe with the sword, and there we go. That was pretty much all of the hardest jumps. Like, Maybe the first two are hard and then the rest are pretty simple. Alright, so now we begin with the out of bounds part of the glitch. So we want to jump down here from up there and then down here. And when I keep walking, we're going to pass this kind of pink room or whatever it is. And then here we want to jump to that piece of weird texture. So we just take a jump. There we go, perfect. And then from here we want to jump to there, which is like a wall. And then it's hard to tell because it looks very thin, but it's not thin. There we go. So we walk through the wall, and then from here from the wall we want to jump to, let's see if it loads. It's not loading for some reason. There we go. It's gonna be that little rock. So we want to take some impulse, run, and jump. Oh, that was terrible. Take some impulse, run, and jump. There we go. Perfect. And then we want to jump again. We want to go through this rocks right here. And then, once we're right here, as you can see, the abomination is right there. We want to jump this way. There's nothing, apparently, but there is something. There we go, you see? Even though there's literally nothing underneath me, you can see that there's something holding me. It's like a little mountain. So we want to walk up here. And then once we're up here, we want to jump to this rock. Holy moly, there we go. To this rock right, this rock right here. So we jump. And we land right here. And we want to jump to this rock. There we go. Oh, freak. This rock that is in front of us. So just jump. There we go. It's funny to do auto bounds because sometimes the textures just disappear. So don't stress, just take your time. And that's it. This is the last jump. We just gotta fall to the actual room. And then like so. Just jump before you hit the floor so you don't die. And that is all. This is how we glitch into the room before opening that checkpoint of the actual door. So when you glitch the room like this, I don't know why it worked if this guy activated the boss fight, but when you do glitch the room like this, Phogoth will be chained. He won't be unchained, and pretty much the glitch consists of damaging Phogoth as much as you can, and as much as you can, I mean like almost as I like almost to the end of his health bar, and then that's when the second POV comes in place. So let me show you what the other guardian would be doing. So the second person would be around here. Let's pretend that the first guardian is over there doing the jumps and stuff. The second person, after we do the jumps of the ship, this is the normal version, so that's why it's a little bit different, but same, you know? So after we jump through the little hole in the mesh thing, then what we want to do is that we want to load in the checkpoint, right? Once we load in the checkpoint, Phogoth will appear for the guardian inside of the room. If we don't load in the checkpoint, if we don't go across this line and then get into this room and log in the checkpoint, Phogoth will not appear for the guardian that is inside of the room. So that's why we need 2 players. Alright, so once we have loaded Phogoth for our other guardian, we do not want to go over this room to this room and then to this room, because then the door will be open, and once the door is open excuse me, the actual boss fight begins, right? And that means that Phogoth will be unchained, and we do not want that. So while we're here as guardian number 2, guardian number 1 will be in there damaging Phogoth. So once Phogoth is pretty much dead, almost dead, then the second guardian will come to the later room, and then he will activate the boss fight. So once the boss fight is activated, we just pretty much do the last bit of damage that requires for kill the boss, and then that would be pretty much it. But the whole health will be dealt by the guardian that is inside of the room. But again, Phogoth won't move or do anything. It's just pretty much you trying to kill it while he is chained, and no enemies will spawn. Alright, and then for the second glitch, quote unquote, it's not a glitch, it's more like a safe spot. If you don't have more than one player, if you're just trying to solo this Nightfall, this will be very useful for you. So just follow the path that I'm following, and then we will come to this corner. Hey buddy, how you doing? Alright, go home. So we will come to this corner, and this is pretty much the cheese for this Nightfall. Here, the only thing that you have to be careful about would be the knights, the boomers, because they're very annoying. Thankfully, next week, or this week, tomorrow, the modifiers are not arc, but when they are arc, they are very, very, very dangerous. Like, I think one of the booms kind of almost kills you, and then since there's more than one boomer and they're also like fast at shooting, they can kill you pretty quickly. So you just have to be very careful when you're making your way from the entrance all the way over here. So once you get here, what you want to do is that you want to kill all the boomers that are near you, or that are focusing you at least. Or I would say, yeah, I would say kill all boomers that you can see, because there's also one thing that you don't want to do, which is killing the splicers, killing the fallen. Why we don't want to kill the splicers and the fallen? Because two things: they distract Phogoth, the Abomination, and they also, during arc week, they deal very good damage to the boss, you know. So that's why we don't want to kill the splicers. We do want to kill the knights because they kill the splicers, but we do not want to kill the fallen. Alright, so once you're here, well, the guy just finished the strike. Unfortunately, it's very hard to find a match without guardians. But once you're here, the Abomination would not be able to hit you. You just gotta come to this corner. He would be distracted with the splicers, and you just gotta use rockets, scout rifles, sniper, whatever you have to do damage to him, and that's it. You will never die if you are in this safe spot. And that's it for today's video, Guardians. I hope you found it useful. They're very good, these two glitches. Again, if you're playing with more friends, the first glitch, it's very, very useful. It just helps clearing the Nightfall like it's nothing. And then if you're a solo player like myself, the second cheese, it's very useful as well. So if you find this video useful and you enjoyed it, I only ask you to leave a like, comment, and consider subscribing for more content like this. And if you can, share with more Guardians so I can keep creating videos like this. Anywho, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next one.